Hi everybody, this is the Baseball Hut. You made it spectacular, terrific, the great one, the People's Champion. Your host, welcome back to the Baseball Hut. And hopefully you like this video. Ow, my arm. I gotta say, at this point, Mets are ow, my arm. There's some injuries that are popping up in the Mets spring training camp down there in Port St. Lucie. And really, a very difficult one is Francisco Alvarez. Saw this early this morning. Oh my goodness, he fractured a handmade bone in his left hand. That's problematic. I mean, he's going to miss 6 to 8 weeks, but he should be ready by May 1st. The only thing is that last year he had that issue where he tore his thumb in his left hand, same hand, and he did not have a good year with the bat. He didn't hit a lot. He didn't hit for a lot for power. And that's his catching hand. So he's going to take quite the pounding when he comes back. So it'll be interesting to see how he reacts. Now, the Mets said it's going to be 6 to 8 weeks. Monday's going to get surgery. And they're going to go with internal options, including Jackson Reitz, I've never seen. Chris Williams, I've never seen. And Hayden Sanger, which I saw, I guess, last weekend in the bat. These guys, I've never been to the majors. And, of course, they'll go with Luis Torrens, who's a terrific catcher. A little light with the bat, but has some power. These other three guys, they'll be given a chance over the next 2.5 weeks to see. Names have popped up. I'm not enthralled with bringing back Tomas Nido. Been there, done that. I know he played well defensively last year, but I don't have the stomach for that. Also, they mentioned James McCann. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't see him back here with the Mets because I didn't like the first time he was here. He can't hit. He can't hit, and not only that, he can't catch. He's a lousy catcher. They say he can. No, he can't. He is terrible behind the plate, from what I saw. And Mets gave him a ton of money, and what a waste. Just flushed it down the toilet for 4 years, and they had to take the money when they traded him to Baltimore. Don't. I'd rather go with these guys. And they did mention Yasmani Rondell. That, I can see the Mets doing. I think he played for the Brewers, didn't he? I think he did play for the Brewers and played for David Stern. So I don't know where he is at, but, Mets will have to decide in the next 10 days who they're going to have as a backup here. But there's and I mentioned, start the video, a couple of injury updates. Brandon Nimmo, I guess he got an injection on his leg, on his knee. He's always slow when it comes to spring training. The Mets say he's going to be ready for spring training. For the season start. He says he's going to be ready. We'll see. He does not play a lot in spring training. We know that. I said this in the off season. Mets have to get him out of the outfield and make him the full-time DH here, or at least DH 80% of the time, and once in a while play him in the outfield. I think at this point in his career, the way his legs are, in my opinion, put him as a DH, and that's it. And the Mets will be fine. And with this lineup, he's going to drive 100 runs easy with this team. With Soto batting in front of him, Pete batting in front of him, with Lindor batting in front of him, he's going to drive 100 runs with no problem. Him and Vientos are going to really just go crazy batting behind them. Plenty of opportunities to drive and runs, plenty of ribeye steaks, as Keith Hernandez would say. But again, we know injuries are part of the game. I'm glad it's not them Yankees. The Yankees are dealing with heavy injuries to their camp. We've got to wait for Shomanaya. Supposedly he should be back by the end of April, if not early May. Frankie Montas is not going to be back until June. I'm not worried about him. And of course, they lost Madrigal for the season. They made one play at shortstop. They wanted to see how he was as a shortstop, and they found out that he was terrible. So, there's a lot of stuff going on here, but at least it's not the Yankees. The Yankees dealing with really big injuries Obviously, like I said, the injury to Garrett Cole is pretty bad. The injury to Giancarlo Stanton's pretty bad, but that's not my problem. That's not your problem if you're a Met fan. That's their problem. But let's have their own problems. But again, we will see who they bring in, if they bring somebody in. They said they might bring somebody in if they need to. But we're talking about really a month into the season. Now, the one thing is concerning is that, again, he's going to have another injury to his hand. And how's that hand and how's his offense going to react to that injury? Because it's not going to be fully healed the whole season, because he's going to be catching with that hand. And we saw last year he struggled offensively. But and I would mention, they said, just reading an article before, they mentioned that nobody's really sure how he did. He could have done it on a swing. He could have done it catching a baseball. Who knows? So it's a little concerning, but it is what it is. This is how it is. Players get hurt, and you're gonna have to deal with it. And it's funny. I will mention again that the Mets are like other teams. Other teams have injuries. I know that the young prospect for the Orioles, Grayson Rodriguez, is dealing with an injury with his elbow. It's all through baseball, and that's how it is. You go through, you start ramping up and get ready for the season, and these things will pop up. Sometimes it happens in the season. You're better off that it happens in spring training, because then it gives you time to get them. It just gets days off the calendar, and it doesn't affect the regular season so much. So I want to thank you for coming by. Of course, please subscribe to the Baseball Hut. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.